actor would you want to go to a party with?
You know, I think I'd want to go to a party with Daisy. She seems pretty unhinged, and she also seems like she's ready to have a good time. So a party with Daisy, I think, would be a good one.
I feel like in the midnight theater production of The Great Gatsby, you would play Daisy. Is that true?
That is very true. You know, I've had a little bit of a warm-up with my television series. I've played a woman before, and I think I could really nail Daisy. I think I should give it a shot.
I mean, you should tell folks what that is.
My TV show is Fellow Travelers, playing now on Showtime and Paramount Plus with Showtime.
When was the last time you were on Broadway?
It's been 4 years since I've been on Broadway. And, you know, I love being on Broadway, but this is my first time originating a role on Broadway. So it's got a whole new spin for me. I've been with The Great Gatsby from the first reading all the way till now. So to see it have its Broadway birth is such an exciting moment.
How has Nick evolved in that time in the show?
Man, well, Nick's lines have evolved, Nick's arc has evolved, songs have come, songs have go, but I think the best version of Nick is going to happen on Broadway opening night.
Is Nick queer?
I think Nick is queer curious. And because I'm playing it, he probably is. Hey, there you go.
I mean, he seems so devastated, especially by the loss of Gatsby at the end. And so I always, with your interpretation, I feel like between the lines, like there's something there. Like he loves Jordan, but it doesn't have to only go one way. It feels fluid to me.
I would agree. You know, I think you got to take into account the time period, and I think you have to take into account I think he has a lot of love for Jordan, but I also think he has a lot of love for Jay Gatsby. And so I think it's anybody's take. When they see the show, they'll have to decide what they think about that.
What is your process like learning about the show, prepping for the show?
Yeah, you know, I always start with that script, and I usually get 2 or 3 of them because I read, I read, and I read, and I write, and I write, and I write. So by the time I have like a single page, it's covered with pencil markings and caveman drawings that make no sense. So I'm like, uh-oh, I can't even read the lines. I get a new one. So my prep really is to go back to the text and figure everything out, dig in. And I get so lucky with this one because I have an amazing book to refer back to. So I feel like it's always digging into the script, really looking at it from an acting perspective and a character-driven perspective first, and then seeing what you can pull out from there. It's a huge challenge to bring a book that people really know and really love to the great American stage and make it a musical. And so, you know, Kait Kerrigan, our writer, has been so wonderful about like opening the door for us to like, you know, have suggestions, make changes, figure things out. Jason Howland on music, Nathan Tysen on lyrics. They've been so great about ushering us in onto this floor to have a voice. And so I think that's so important when making something so collaborative.